We are back for the afternoon session. BDH East Coast. That's right. Back in the building. So, you know the vibes, guys. Right now, price kind of hanging out 29,984. So, pre-lunch, we had a dip down, kind of retested 29,900, but then you had a retracement back to the upside here. So the question is, will we extend rapidly to the upside? That is the question that we're going to find out, chat. Make no mistake about it. We have literally been in some kind of heavy consolidation. I mean, the funny thing is you can technically kind of map it out to the top of the range. Kind of more accurate. I think that paints a more accurate picture. So of what we're currently dealing with. We know we had Trump speaking, chat. Right, so is that over? Let me check real quick. I hope so. Yeah, it looks like that's over, right? So it was 1 minute 19 seconds, or sorry, 1 hour and 19 minutes, so it's over. All right, you got Warbucks, chat. You can get started $36 trading equities.
A lot of very happy people around the table because we're a great team.
That's not live, by the way, so
for our country.
Warbucks, you can get started $36, guys, for a 5K account trading equities, stocks, obviously, right? Nvidia, Apple, Google, Facebook, etc. So, make no mistake about it. Use the code PW. You know the vibes. Is it? What's your user? So we got I tilt trades or aliens are real, guys. Oh man, we're starting already. It's only 2:04. We're here to get the party started. Jellyfish 240 D-Money. What should I be making on a paper account before I switch to an evaluation? I mean, that's, you know, maybe this is not, you know, gonna be ideal, but the reality is I'm a firm believer, chat, that you need to put some kind of money on the line for trading to feel right, so you can feel like what it feels like to be in drawdown, right, etc. So I don't know if paper trading is the way to go. I think maybe it's smarter to kind of to buy maybe a bigger account and trade that one account, trade small size, etc. At least you got real money on the line, kind of tied to that evaluation, right? If that makes sense, while you're learning. Because paper trading, we all know that paper trading, chat. I mean, all you got to do is hit the reset button, right? You can have $1 million balance, let it run for 2 weeks, and you can literally just simply hit the reset button and start over, right? And that's not a real kind of, you know, you're not setting yourself up, in my opinion, for kind of what it feels like to have some kind of skin in the game, right? So at least if you buy an evaluation, you got some skin in the game, chat, right? Yeah, it's not a funded account, but it's still, you put money up to pay for that evaluation. So that's just my 2 cents, chat. D-Money had Sonic for lunch. Yeah, I didn't. I actually had shout out to Smoothie King. So that's right. Smoothie King for the win. Pineapple Surf is on point, chat. So that's my smoothie of choice. Make no mistake about it. I need a bazooka candle, not these corn dog candles. Yeah, I mean, so if you map out, we have it mapped out here. 164 point range. So that's what we're dealing with, chat. I mean, now are we kind of building up here for more upside? See how you got these, you got a low down here, you got a higher low. So is this worth a stab for a possible long, trying to head up to maybe 30,000 or higher? I think so, chat. Right? Because as long as we don't break down, I think from here below 965, then we could be having an attempt to head higher here, guys. That's how you got to look at it. I'm trying to long. Gonna put the stop at 960, right? If it breaks down below 960 area, guys, I'll be out of this trade. Probably won't even give it that much, to be honest, but I'm gonna try it. See if we'll get a pop towards 30,000. Top of this box is 48, so. I think if we get back below 73, that would be like an invalidation point for me. So let's see if we can get popping here. At least 10 points for the first trade, guys. Trying to get the party started early. It's 208. So can we get a quick 10-pointer here or more? It's spanning above 30,000. Let's see. All right, there it is. There's 10 points, chat. Hey, drop a W in the chat if you took the long. There it is. Trying to get 15. Let's see if I can get a quick 15. If not, I'll close this thing out. But that was the pop. Make no mistake about it. So, quick 10-pointer. That's right. Get the party started early. Drop a W in the chat. You gotta love it. All right, let's see how this plays now, because you got a minute left on the current candle. Hanging out right below 30,000, guys. So maybe the next 5-minute candle pushes down, forms a bottom wick, and then it expands. I'm kind of waiting for it. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We got to get to 1,000 likes, guys, for the afternoon show. We had 2,100 likes this morning. If we can get to 1,000 likes, that'll put us over 3,000 likes for the day. So that's the goal. Why not? L for the haters. Yeah. When you right, you right. All right, new candle, wanted to push down, dig into that bottom wick, and then try to expand higher, chat. That's the thought process. 15-minute candle looks good. I mean, it's trying to push. You got a bullish engulfing candle on a previous 15-minute candle, chat. I do see that. So if you notice on your 15-minute chart, this is a bullish engulfing candle that printed. So previous 15-minute candle. I would love some kind of wick down and then expansion up towards the top of the range. So these 5-minute candles, chat. So when you see the closure on the 5-minute, candle close the way that it closed, a lot of times you're going to get expansion, right? Kind of figuring that price digs into that bottom wick and then tries to go up. So a lot of times when you get the high kind of put in early, you know, it's not the ideal move. Might get a retracement back down. So you see how you got that top wick on the current candle? That's not great ideally, right? You want the bottom wick to be put in first, and then we expand up out of this. Now maybe this is enough, like who knows, right? Maybe this is a deep enough retracement, but 14 EMA sitting at 29,975. Yeah, it's looking like they want to push now. Let's see how this plays out. You definitely want us, if you're a bull, above that 50 EMA, chat. You want a candle closure above that 50 EMA sitting at 30,000. Check this. So we know previous candle was a bullish engulfing. You got a minute and 26 seconds left. So I am very interested to kind of see how this candle closes out. 15-minute chart. Bounce off the 15 on 4 hour. Yeah. Oh, you're saying the 14 EMA? You mean the 5th? I don't have the. Yeah, the 14. You mean the 14 EMA? Yeah. I mean, we got to keep in mind that previous candle was bearish on the 4 hour chart, right? However, if this is going to be a true recovery, see how we're kind of putting in. The thought process here, guys, is you're putting in like highs, retracement, high, retracement, high, another retracement, and then we push out of this to the upside. So you if you're a bull, you're expecting these lows to hold up. 967 to basically hold up, and we push out of this towards back towards 30,000. All right, new candle. This is a new 15-minute candle. Got to know where we're at for context, guys, right? Tap the ORB, that 965 ORB low. Push back up. Close above both EMAs on the 15-minute chart. 200 and the 14. Let me see something here. Yeah. I think more upside. I think more upsides to come, right? We need to get above the 50 EMA, and I think we're headed up to 40, up to the top of the range, guys. For longs, right? Because that previous 15-minute candle had enough strength to close back above both EMAs, chat. So I think the longs here are in play. And this is the 30-minute chart. Candle's bullish. The 14 sitting at 30,031. So if they get this thing rolling to the upside, this is going to be the level of interest in the short term, right? First kind of like major hurdle would be the 14 EMA on the 30-minute chart. Yeah, the inside candle, which is consolidation. And then I think we attempt to kind of curl up from here, right? You definitely need a candle, though. Need to reclaim this 14 guy or 50 EMA. If we can reclaim this 50 EMA, guys, I think you get a bazooka out of this area towards the top of the range. Yeah. Looks pretty clean. I'm gonna try it here. Quick long, see if I can get filled. All right, so quick long there, up a few points. Can this thing kind of pop here at least to 30,030, chat? That's the question. Just kind of looking at the 15-minute chart, it looks prime, chat. Not gonna lie. All right, there's 10 points. Can we get more? All right, there's pretty close to 15 points. Feel free to take profit, chat, right? So I think they bazooka this thing to the top of the range, but gonna give it a second here. Can we get, I wanted 15 points to be honest, at least on the trade, but they start to kind of stall. I'll probably close it out. Yeah, having a bit of a hard time, 308. Minute chart looks like it. They want it, chat. They want this 30,030. They want it. You can see it. So yeah, you had right at like what 12 points or so. You feel like they're kind of building up for the bazooka here, chat, but to the upside. You know what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to close this thing out and it's going to bazooka. So there's 12, 13. Come on, 15 points. There it is. 30,013. You got to love it. We'll take it, guys. I think 3034 gets hit. So another W in the chat. You got 15 points plus on the trade. You gotta love it. Drop a W if you took the long. That's right. Brutal how slow they're moving it. Yeah, that's why you gotta kind of take it off the table, right? It's probably smart because the reality is, chat, is that you know, if they want to do some hokey pokey, we're not down for that. So we'll take the W there. If you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. trying to make a little monies. It is, and they're 17, right? It is funny how slow they're kind of moving it, chat, but it's pointing to, I mean, I would be shocked if 34 doesn't get hit. And that's just, right, kind of looking at the 14 EMA, 30-minute chart. Oh, man. Trying a long to first ORB, bad idea. Oh, you're talking about the ORB high? Is that what you're talking about? 30,192? Not, I mean, if you could see the structure, chat. This is what I talked about pre-lunch, that we were building out some kind of bottoming structure to try to push up, right? So that's just what it is. We had an attempt to kind of break the bottom of the range. It looks like at 105, we could not break down. Therefore, more upside, right? Headed back probably to the top of the range. And there it is, right? 30,031 chat. So if you listen, you get paid. If you don't, your accounts get slayed. You gotta love it. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. We got 1,600 people rocking out. We're gonna ramp up here, kind of getting ready for power hour in the next 15-20 minutes. We're gonna ramp up. So do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. We got to get to 1,000 likes, guys. We got 340 likes with over 1,600 people tuned in. So it's only 223. So we will ramp up here expeditiously in the next 15 or 20. It's always crazy. I got to get used to this abbreviated like 2 to 4, guys, because it's like, man, I got to do the poll for power hour. It's like crazy. All right, so you got 3 options. We got you lock and loaded here. Like I said, the top of the range, guys, top of that box drawn out was at risk of getting hit just based off the price action that we saw. So you got 3 options, power hour, right? Push or dump. You got push, 88% right now, 79% of the chat. Get your votes in. You got some time. And you got dump so far, 6%. 7% of the chat, it's kind of fluctuating between 6 and 7%, are stating that they faded DMONEY today and they're shaking their head. So unfortunately, they might be sick. So look at Denny, chat. Denny said that he faded DMONEY in basketball. Look at this guy. We knew Denny was gonna try to take the opportunity to try to throw some shade at DMONEY, and he's gonna catch the L. So there it is, 30,036 chat. High put in at 41. Top of the range is 48. So I mean, pretty close, right? Pretty close. High DMONEY Lucid is showing only 30% off with PW code instead of 50% off 2 accounts. Yeah, so it's 50% off for 2 accounts only, right? You get 2 uses of the, you get to use it twice. It's actually, so yeah, it's 2 accounts, 50% off using the code PW. After that, it goes to 30% off, chat. So you get 2 uses only. So that's it. Unfortunately, it's not, can't be unlimited uses, right? They got a business to run just like everybody else. So you get 2 accounts. All right, so we're getting to the top of the box. We'd be surprised if we don't pop that high, guys, at 48. So there it is. There's the pop of the high. You gotta love it. So yeah, I mean, I think Bulls are stepping in here with aggression. Yeah, so if you're saying that, let me check something real quick. Oh. Hold on, guys. So I'm checking real quick to see if it lets me do. And I think you had time on that, so that's strange if you're saying that. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, it's working for me. So for the 50% off. So you're doing something. You either use them already or reach out to support because it's working. So that's what I literally just double checked myself trying to buy an account. So. Yeah, I mentioned that, guys. Apex right now, make no mistake about it, it is 90% off using the code PW chat, and you can do a 5-pack. That's what I was mentioning, guys. I talked about that in the first stream this morning. You can get 5 accounts for $95. So make no mistake about it. Using the code PW, you know the vibes. So you can get 5. Let me see if I can. Hold on one second here, chat. So yeah, Apex just rolled out today. You can bundle the accounts, guys. 5 accounts for... I don't want to show my info here, so hold on one second. Check to see. So the good thing is with Apex, if you want to get 20 accounts, you no longer have to wait and do them individually, chat. You can do a pack now. So they have the option. Let me check end of day drawdown. Yeah, all right. So you got 50K pack are heavily discounted, guys. So the 5-pack is heavily discounted because you can basically buy 5 at a time, and it's gonna come up to be, let me tell you right now, yeah, so you got options here. So it looks like the trailing accounts are $95 for 5, guys. The end of day trail accounts are, for some reason, they're not. Let me see. They look like they're more expensive, but the trailing account is $95 for 5 accounts. Works out to be $19 so per account. Great with Lil Ray Ray. Apex you got two options here, and we'll play around with it. We'll see if they kind of kick in that discount for the other accounts. So end of day drawdown accounts and intraday, obviously trailing accounts, guys. These people can't read the site themselves. Oh man, but yeah, you're able to obviously use the code PW, 90% off, and the trailing drawdown right now, guys, those are the more reasonable accounts that are literally $19 for a 5-pack. So cray with little Ray. All right, so we're hanging out at the top of the range that we broke out of. $30,048. Put in a high above the range, 30,060. And I think there's room, right? There is room. The 1 hour chart EMA is 30,063, chat. So we do got to be aware of that. We're getting close to a higher time frame kind of EMA. But this is almost looking like a big old W, chat. Which means that 30,100 is in jeopardy of getting hit at some point. So see how this candle closes. Activation fee. Somebody's telling me that it's 95 per account. So if you go to the trailing accounts, I said trailing drawdown, not end of day drawdown. If you go to the trailing accounts, meaning that you got trailing drawdown, is $95 for 5 accounts, which works out to be $19 per account, sir. Not end of day, trailing. Apex has a no activation fee option now with intraday plans. Yeah, exactly. They have a, yeah, so you got to read, guys, this is so if you buy 5 accounts on the end of day trail, the 5-pack is $445, guys, but there's no activation fee, right? So if you do the math on that, that's $445 divided by 5. That would basically be $89 all in for the end of day drawdown accounts, chat, which is technically cheaper than some of the other competitors out there, right? Because there's no activation. So it's like crazy, chat, that sometimes people are like, they're kind of like telling you, right? It's like crazy. So I don't know if I don't know. I mean, I can check to see if they have updated it on their, you guys are gonna make me like log in to like prove people wrong, right? It's like crazy. It's like, because of, like, I don't want the wrong information to, and it's probably not gonna let, because I got to do the 2-factor setup here, right? But yeah, so it's literally the 50K Trade of 8 5-pack, guys. No activation fee, end of day trail, 5-pack, $445. That means that there's no activation fee, right? So if you do the math, like I said, that's $89, right? If you go with the other option, which is the trailing accounts, there's no activation fee as well. It says no activation 50K trade debate, no activation fee, intraday trail, right? Now, if you hit the 5-pack, put in your information, use the code PW, obviously. The 5-pack, no activation is $345, guys. So that's 300. You do 345 divided by 5. That's $69 per account, all in, basically on the trailing. If you go 5-pack with no activation up front, you're paying $19 per account for the trailing accounts. That's the math. So Apex is shaking it up here. They're giving you options. I mean, you got to say that, and kind of do the math. A lot of the actual props out there are kind of giving you all-in costs up front now, right? Roughly a 50K account for about $85 to $100. That's basically kind of like what it works out to be. So Apex is joining the party, obviously. So it's what it is. Somebody said shorts. We're back inside the range. We've already had 2 trades, guys. It's only 240, so. So let's see how it kind of works out here. So I want to make sure that we got this thing dialed in, guys. Give me a second here. Let me double check here. Let me go again. Yeah, so I had it right here, guys. So the 50K end of day trailing account, if you want that with you can get it for as cheap as $195, guys, for 5 accounts, but that does not include activation, right? If you select the one with activation included, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Just a heads up on that, right? So you can get end of day, you can get 5 end of day accounts right now for $195, which breaks down to be $39 per account, guys, but that does not include activation. So just want to make sure you guys are copying me on that. If you want the no activation, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. So just a heads up. So So you got options. Better deal than I got for my last 5. Oh yeah, it's either way, it's going to be a better deal, guys. Either way. So, all right, you're getting expansion here back towards 30,050 area. Dipped inside of that range. Looking for more upside, it looks like. See how this candle closes out, 5-minute chart. I mean, that would kind of show some real strength if we're able to dip down to that 20 level, guys, and then push right back up outside of the range. That's kind of showing me some strength in my opinion, right? So it could be in for more upside here towards 30,070 level. Wow, D was faded today. Yeah, 7%. It looks like 7% of the chat that filled out the vote. And unfortunately, today was not the day. They probably lost some money. So, I mean, it happens. But you got to remember, chat, some people just fill out that third option because they just want to have a good time, right? So, that number might be skewed a little bit. Got about 25 seconds for this candle to close out. That's what we're waiting for. Kind of nasty closure kind of happening on the 15-minute chart, right? As a doji. Hey D, what do you do after you're taking your 5th payout? Do you buy more accounts or move to live? Yeah, they have it. It's up to them, right? So they'll either give you the option or you're gonna have to start over. Yeah, longs looking like they're gonna pop this thing, guys. Maybe push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then push up here. Get up here and re-challenge 60, headed up to maybe 72. So I am tracking this to kind of see what this current 5-minute candle does. Yes, sir, Ski. All right, so yeah, I mean it's looking like the longs could be in play here towards this level. Measure that out real quick. Yeah, about 20 points. Definitely not looking for shorts, guys, right? I mean, even if it pulls back, so be it. But I think the price action is kind of dictating that we're trying to push higher until we start putting in lower lows, lower highs, etc., right? So got a retracement, bullish candle. Is this an equal high? So 56.25. Yeah, so we have an equal high at 30,056.25, right? This is an equal high, guys, that needs to get broken for the uptrend to kind of continue here. So if we can't break that equal high, then the longs would be out of play. So So in a nutshell, guys, the no activation accounts got cheaper, right? That's basically what's happening with Apex. No activation included accounts are obviously cheaper than the accounts that include activation. So that's the deal. All right, so you're looking here for, let's kind of see, yeah, see this 15-minute candle, man. A little trickery going on here. Think if we can pop 56, guys, I think we head to 70 area or higher. So just got to be patient here. See if we can kind of get the momentum kind of stepping in. You up $24 yet? What is this? All right, having a bit of a hard time for the bulls. And you're getting a bit of a curl over here. So you got equal highs, lower high, another lower high. So do we sell off here back to the 14 or are they going to pop it, right? 30,021, that's the area of interest. What's the trade account looking like? Yeah, I'm not going to show it until it updates at 3, chat. I talked to Brett Simba, obviously the CEO of Tradeify, right? I talked to him during the lunch break. And yeah, chat, I mean, I'm not going to, chat, make no mistake about it. I know, like, whoever that person is, I'm not going to give them any kind of insight on what my account balance looks like. So I got to be a little strategic, chat, because I know that, right, it's like if you know that person would have an unfair advantage. I can't see their trades, but they can see mine, right? That's not fair. So make no mistake about it, there's 200,000 on the line, chat, for the top trader. So whether I win or not, it's all fun, to be honest. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be a part of the tournament, but I'm not going to give you an unfair advantage, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So you got an update coming up at 3 o'clock. We'll check it. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We had a couple good trades so far, 15-pointer, a little bit over 10 points, kind of waiting for price to kind of set up here for the next move. We got 554 likes. So got to get to 1,000 likes, guys. We're ramping up here as promised. So we're sitting at almost 2,100 people tuned into the show. Getting ready for power hour. Bulls push this thing right back up. And like I said, if you pop 56, I think you're targeting up here. And if you look immediately to the left, this is, to be honest, this is the level that's going to get tested, right? More than likely. Price gets that bullish momentum going. This would be the first stop, and then this would be the next stop up here, somewhere in this box. If you win, you're trading with Joey Morgan. Hofam trades. Yeah, you're right. That's what Simba told me. I mean, technically, I can show you the account now because it hasn't updated yet, right? It's gonna show the same balance, so it's not like I'm kind of hiding anything from that standpoint. But I do see. So this is the last update, chat, on the Tradeify Grand Cup, right? So the last update, right? I was sitting at 1278. This person was down $5,800. So whether or not they brought it back to life or not, I'm not sure. We're gonna find out in about 6 minutes. But you can see here to the right that my next competitor, if I advance to the next round, it would be Joey Morgan, guys. Joey was here what, about a month ago or so. So I see the thing I don't like, chat, I gotta make sure that I do not show those trades on stream, because we know that Joey is well aware of who DMONEY is. So the reality is that he's gonna like, you know, I love the guy, but who's to say that he's not going to check the stream out, right? When is PW coming back? PW's coming back. He's racing next week, Baja 500. He's pre-running this week, so probably the week after. So you got a couple weeks. Well, about a week and a half, right? Because today's already Wednesday. So yeah, so we'll see how this thing updates here, guys, in the next few minutes. I'm interested to see it, not gonna lie. So if it breaks out here to the upside, guys, that's a classic kind of like bull flag setup, right? To go higher. So just kind of be mindful of that. That's why I'm calling out those levels above 56. You're looking at 70 or higher, maybe up to 80. What's my X name? Yeah, Demarius trades in Q. This is it right here. Look at this guy. Like, why? Like, what is this? You know what PW told me, Chad? He told me that he changed the locks, and that Ginger gave Jerome a key, chat. Can you believe that? That's what he told me today. Because I was like, well, how does this guy keep getting in here? How does Jerome keep getting into the BDH? And he said that that Ginger probably slipped him a key. So it's the blame game, chat. We're playing the blame game around here. And DMONEY's the only one that's suffering, so I heard Ginger laugh about it. So I don't know who to believe, chat. I don't know who to believe. Somebody is getting over on DMONEY, but the man, the myth, the legend, OG Jerome. Yeah, something like that. It's crazy, man. All right, so we're getting ready for Power Hour, chat. You got about 10 seconds to get your vote in. I'm going to close this poll out. So get your votes in. You had 3 options today. Push, dump, or I faded DMONEY. I can't believe we got about 8% of 8% is saying that they faded me today. So unreal. 75% right now saying that we're going to push. 18% saying we're going to dump. Definitely not ideal kind of price action up here at the highs, right, of this consolidation range. A lot of rejection wicks kind of stepping in, so. And we're going to finalize it now. We got a pretty good sample size for the afternoon, chat, right? We got 900 votes. So that's a pretty good sample size for the afternoon. So we'll go ahead and finalize it. Tim is getting ready for Power Hour. Yeah, I agree. Think so. So you'll see the results coming out here, chat, in the coming up. Kind of rolling through the chat here. You'll see the results. All right, so 10 seconds left. Lining up for Power Hour. We also have the Tradeify Grand Cup. I'm gonna hit refresh in a few minutes and we'll see how this thing updates. Do we get the bazooka? Or just more kind of stagnant price action? All right, 30,035. Having a hard time up here, right? We could not push higher at the moment. Need to check these higher time frame candles. So the previous 1 hour candle was bullish. So does price want a deeper retracement before going higher, right? If the uptrend is going to commence, or is that it? $30,042. Getting some action, guys, off the 14. I like that for the bulls. And people always want to know like what we're looking for here. You're looking for a pop of 56 up to 70 or 80. All right, that would be the thought. That would be the thought process if they're really going to keep it pushing. So we'll see. All right, there's 54. Wick overdose. Yeah, I know. So that's either valid or it's manipulation, right? One of the two, chat. All these top wicks. And there's either going to be a bazooka coming to take us higher, or we're just going to stall from here again. Kind of like a nasty, like, I mean, we can almost draw the range off of that. We don't really need this box anymore, the big box, chat. So let me do this, right? Because this is what ultimately needs to get broken. So somebody said incredible NQ chopping all day. Yep, pretty much. I mean, you had some nice moves. You know, your entry just got to be kind of strategic, right? So that's the kind of like the thought process here, chat. We break either direction, right? You're going to get some momentum. Hopefully that kind of steps into the market. Break this box, we're headed to the next box up here, 30,084 up to 100 or higher. We break to the downside, then you have to kind of factor in the ORB low, 29,965 could be in play or lower, right? So that's it. So we talked through this already, guys. So, right, that this would be the first level, like that 70 or higher. Would be like kind of like the first target. Because a lot of times they'll take price to those levels, so. Definitely a difference from kind of like the, right, you had that big drop, 930, and then now you kind of, we're in a bit of a low period here. Back to the bottom of the range, it seems, at the moment. All right, while we kind of wait for this to make a decision, let's refresh Tradeify, guys. Let's see if this thing is updated. So the update was 3 o'clock, so it should be in here. Let's see if that trader fought its way back or not. I didn't take anything else, guys. So yeah, so they were able to kind of claw back a little bit, but they're still down $4,600. So I'm not gonna trade this. I'm gonna assume that in the next 1 hour that they're not gonna make $4 grand. But you know, if they pull that off, congrats to them, chat, right? But I think it's smart not to trade it. I'm not gonna trade it for the afternoon. We'll let this thing ride. Looks like if I advance, like I said, Jory Morgan would be the next person. It looks like he made $1,400, $1,461 or something. And the other person he was up against lost $1,400. So we'll see, chat. Either way, it's fun, guys, right? I mean, it's a good competition. I gave Brett props, to be honest, for I think a really good competition here, chat. Can't really see this, so I don't know why it's so small, but so these are the rewards. So first place 200,000, second place 80,000, third and fourth place 40,000. But it does say if an outlaw wins the cup, everyone else's rewards are cut in half. So top 1,000 traders all get rewards. So that's the kind of breakdown here, chat. Pretty cool layout too, man. I mean, look, they got me. You gotta love it.
5,000 if you put one down. Million if you stay.
That boy good. That boy good. Oh man. Yeah, so cool concept either way, guys. Like, right, it's for the love of the game, so we'll see what happens. PW leading by 9,000 in his battle. Yeah, it's crazy. Yep. I still don't what you're trading, and I've been here since the jump. What do you mean? I'm confused. You don't know what I'm trading? I'm trading NQ. I'm trading Nasdaq. Trading futures market. We're leveraging prop firms. You got Tradeify right now, 40% off using the code PW, chat. So we had a brief overview of Tradeify accounts earlier, and you know, my preference, because everybody wants to know, right? That's always a question that comes up, guys, is, oh, what account do you like the best, you know, with this prop or this prop, right? I mean, that's all, it always comes up. So you do have some options here, guys, with Tradeify, right? So the reality is, my opinion is, the select account is the way to go, because you get funded in 3 days, right? Because there's a 40% consistency rule. That's fine, right? I mean, okay, maybe you want 2 days or whatever, but 3 days isn't bad, guys. You can do the bulk of that in 2 days and then just make the rest on the third day. That's all, right? But 50K account right now, 40% off using the code PW. You got, once you're funded, right, you got to hit a 3,000 profit target, which is industry standard for the 50K account. $2,000 drawdown, no daily loss limit, chat. You're able to reset the accounts as well. But once you get it funded, the beauty of the select accounts is you actually have an option to take daily payouts or not. So you have an option to go daily, or you have an option to do flex, right? So daily accounts, you can take out $1,000 a day. Both of these, you know, daily and flex, no consistency in the funded stage, right? And then you have a DLL on the daily and no daily loss limit on the flex account. So I prefer, I think the select, in my opinion, is the way to go, chat. I understand that people want to pass in one day, but once you get it passed, once you pass it on the growth account, you do have, right, no consistency in evaluation, but you got a 35% when you're funded. And there's also a daily loss limit, right? So, you know, just be aware of that, chat. And you don't have an option for daily payouts. So I do feel, to be honest, that the select account is my personal favorite with Tradify. So use the code PW. You're able to now bundle 5 accounts at a time, guys. They were actually the first prop that I've seen do that. You can buy 5 accounts at a time and save a little bit more. So you gotta love it. D, have you tried the pink edition Red Bull? Yeah, I think I've tried. It was actually, I mean, it was okay. My favorite one, chat, is the, what is it, Ginger? Fuji apple and ginger, I think it is. That one, chat, in my opinion, is the best Red Bull ever created. So it was a summer edition one. Probably would be hard to find now. You probably have to get it on Amazon or something. Sergio, D-Money, listen, you're the best. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, guys. I don't think I'm the best trader. I'm just trying to get better every day, to be honest. So got things to work on just like everybody else. Right now, price is just clearly stuck here, chat. So I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but that's the reality. So until we break out, I think we could be in for a little bit of a snooze fest here. So let's see. We got... Yeah, so we're in about a 40-point range. I do think that we build up to kind of push higher at some point, but when is that going to be? Maybe it's MOC today. $30,045. So we already had Trump speaking today. He had a cabinet meeting. So that's not kind of impacting this now, right? So time to swipe. I want to see 30,005. You're saying a break of the box and then down to 30,005. Yeah, so you're shorting this. That's why. Yeah, I mean, it can go either way, guys, in a 40-point range. 15-minute candle looks, previous candle looks bullish, to be honest. Right? You took out the previous 3 candles highs. The only issue is you don't have a bottom wick. You got a very small bottom wick, but 15-minute candle definitely looks bullish. Previous candle looks bullish, chat. Like they're gonna pop this thing to the upside. But we'll see. We knew that, you know, there was a possibility of some stall action, chat, with the bearish kind of activity that we've had. Yeah, I think now it's looking like they want 60 area. Top of the box. So a lot of times you had a 500-point move down, chat, in a recovery. And sometimes after that, price goes to sleep, and that's what we're kind of witnessing here. Right, so the recovery off the lows so far, about 180 points. So we do have some earnings coming up after the bell. Today's the 27th, so let me double check. If I'm not mistaken, there's some decent earnings coming up after the bell. Yeah, so you got Salesforce, guys, at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow you got Costco and Dell. So yeah, 4 o'clock you got some earnings coming out. So it'll be interested to kind of see how that plays. Does it impact us or not? But that's after the bell, right? So that doesn't really help us now in the next 40 minutes of the market being open. Tomorrow you do have some big players, Costco and Dell reporting. Costco at 4:15. Looks like Dell's at 4:05 tomorrow. So it'd be so funny if they just bazooka this thing out of here, guys. All right? Like, oh boy. Excuse me. $30,050 area. Playing some ping pong here. It's gonna pop but win. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Maybe MOC, who knows, chat. You know, this is definitely time to be smart, right? We've had a ton of trades today, so the reality is you got to be smart. If your accounts are green and you're kind of looking at this, like, you know that something's coming once we break either direction. So obviously it's smart to be patient, let price do its thing, and kind of go from there. In the meantime, chat, as we kind of wait here, we know we got MOC coming up at 350. Don't be shy. Drop your dinner recommendations in the chat. Might as well might as well be productive here while we kind of wait for this to make a decision, for price to make a decision here, chat. So what's your food option? What's your dinner preference or choice tonight? What are you having? I need to know, because D-Money needs to figure out what he's gonna do for dinner. I don't have my daughter today, so I'm gonna be solo dolo. Whataburger, jalapeno patty melt, sounds good. I made $700 in this shop. I'm done. Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying the bottom of the range and you're selling it at the top, I mean, that's the only way to kind of trade this, but it's a 40-point range roughly, right? So KFC, steak and eggs. I made reservations for us at 7 p.m. Olive Garden. Look at Javier. Oh my goodness. Javier saying he got the reservations for Olive Garden. D-Money will not be attending that, sir. So you might as well cancel that reservation. I think it's pretty safe to say D-Money will not be in attendance. So you got stood up. Taco Bell. Yeah, I don't do. Not a Taco Bell guy. Daily Candle, nobody. Yeah. You're just having a battle right now, chat. I mean, that's all it is. So it's, you know, not looking to kind of get stuck in a 40-point range kind of setup here. Would highly prefer a breakout. Chicken and broccoli. How much buffer do you leave in your Lucid Flex account out to pay out? Yeah, so it's actually, you can only take out 50% of your total balance. So I think I got roughly, I don't even know, guys, $2,000 or something, $1,800, $2,000 left in there. So, well, not including today, right? Because I made 300 plus today. So I got at least probably 2,000 plus in there. And that's fine, guys, right? I'm okay with that. Come to Vegas and I can cook you something. Yeah, that won't be happening. So unless you're Alex and you're a female, because there are females with the name Alex, we would not be indulging in that. Let's see your channel activity here. Yeah, this is very stalkerish here. Yeah, we're gonna have to give you. I think you deserve a timeout just for precaution here. You look very, very stalkish with the comments, channel activity. So you got a timeout there for like very aggressive and very weird. Yeah. So we saw it. We saw the past comments on the stream. We had to give you. We had to give you a timeout. There's no way around it. Once I saw the history, we had to hook you up with a timeout, sir. Unreal. Like we're not going there. All right, so we get some action here, chat, to the downside. Looks like we were approaching the bottom of the box. Are we gonna lose these lows below 30,020 area and kind of get the flush McGush? That's the question. Oh man. Somebody said they can't stop laughing. Yeah, I mean it's great for you, but not good for me because I'm the one that's dealing with the craziness over here, chat. So I mean, North Italia chicken parm. Yeah, I actually had that last night. Wasn't bad, to be honest. All right, so that's 30,019, chat. We just broke to the downside. So this is very, took us a long time to kind of get down there. So let's see if the momentum continues now. You would have to think that maybe there's some continuation on the break because we've had so much consolidation in that range. I think so, chat. So 2 minutes left on the current candle, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. And I think if we can stay below 30,018, then we are headed for more downside towards the ORB low, 29,965. So kind of see how this plays out, but that would be the thought process there. Simple breakout to the downside, get a retracement on the next candle, and then head lower for the flush McGush. So we've had basically over an hour of consolidation in a 40-point range. So this is my good friend. This is your good friend, Alex D Money. I changed my username. Yeah. What 14 EMA do you use? Who is it by? Yeah, Bittersweet B. This is the standard 14 EMA. There's nothing special about it, right? So you just go to indicators, punch in EMA like you normally do, and then I use the moving average exponential. This is the one that's default trading view, right? So, and then obviously you just change your settings. There's nothing special here. I don't change any of this stuff on the 14. I just put the length at 14, and then I change the style to the second option for down here, right? Thickness, that's it. Change the color. All right, 14 seconds left, chat. Kind of bouncing around here. I mean, why are we back inside the range? Like, come on, man. We just hung out here for over an hour inside of this range. Why are we back inside? So now you want some kind of push up, guys, and then a rejection lower to the downside here, right, for shorts. But I don't like that we could not close below the range, right? So that's like some trickery kind of action. But I think if you short here, your stop is above 46. That's how you would have to play it. But they could very well pop the top of this range now, right? Kind of like a swipe and go. You gotta love this. This is some A+ price action right now, chat. Oh man. So I think if we get back below 23, guys, I think the shorts are back in play, right? You lose 23, you're targeting new lows below 30,009. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I mean, we've seen worse. I mean, in all honesty, chat, right? It's been worse than this. I've seen I've seen us kind of stuck for hours and hours inside of a range. So we know NQ is famous for kind of falling asleep, hibernating. So would have loved this candle to close below the range, right? Because at least it's like, okay, well, we were able to close below it, so maybe we're headed lower. But I mean, that idea is kind of out the window until we get back below the box, in my opinion. Right back up. While we wait, chat, we haven't done this in a while. I don't know why it's been so long. I feel like it's been forever. Drop where you're trading from, guys. Where are you trading from? So we haven't seen that kind of rolling through the chat here. So where are you rocking out from? We know that we're worldwide. We appreciate the support. We don't take it for granted. So looking like shorts could be kind of coming here. So we'll have to see how this thing kind of plays out. You lose the previous lows. We got Destin, California, Texas, Atlantic City, Afghanistan, North Korea, Houston, California, ATL in the house, Germany, Fort Wayne, Seattle. You got Boston in the house. Okay. PW's basement. We're going to call the authorities on you. Don't you worry. They're headed your way. You might want to exit. Brickell, Denmark, North Dakota, Poland, Virginia, Fort Worth, Texas, Okay, all right, all right. Ecuador, D-Money's house. You are not in there. We have ample security. You're not able to get in, so you gotta love it. Vegas, Cyprus. Okay, all right. Cape Cod, Switzerland, Nigeria in the house. What up? St. Louis, Sacramento, California. Okay, all right, all right. Venezuela, my bro. All right. Hey, I definitely want to visit Venezuela, right? I would love to kind of visit there. Brazil. Here we go, guys. Here we go with this crazy. Are we going to pop the top of the range? We'll find out, right? Cincinnati, Philly, Idaho, Russia, Montclair, New Jersey. Okay. Daytona Beach in the house. What up, Alberta? Corn Dog Factory, FO 3345. Oh, man. Sunrise, Florida. Yeah, I actually used to live there. I used to live in, there's a high rise in Sawgrass Mills Mall called Tao. I used to live in that high rise, actually in the mall parking lot, basically. So you got to love it. ATL, we already shouted you out. Cincinnati's in the house. North Pole, London, 305. Okay. All right. 305, 786. Why not? Tampa, Charlotte. Oh, man. Miramar Target. This guy, Javier, man. Jupiter, Florida. What up? Ohio. Okay. All right. Austin, Texas. Toronto. Indy. Vietnam. Nice. Davie, Florida. Yeah, I used to run a Target actually in Davie, Florida, guys. Store number 2022. Oh, man. You get flashbacks. It's even saying the store number. That was a store, guys, the Davie Target. That was a store where we had the dead body, unfortunately, floating in the back of the store. So, in a lake. So, crazy. Portland. Riverside, California. Columbia, nice. Watching from the crapper. Hey, Jim. Now you are given TMI, and hey, we hope that you properly sanitize on the way out of the restroom. So, but you gotta love it, guys. Definitely humbled. I appreciate the support. I know PW feels the same way. We don't take it for granted, guys. It's always humbling to do that because it kind of puts everything in perspective that, you know, hey, we got people watching from all over the globe, chat, and we're definitely thankful for your support. So no wash Wednesday. Hey, don't come near me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. If you didn't wash your hands, that is a no-go. All right, 30,049. I mean, right back up, guys. So I think we're headed to the top of the box. 60, right? Maybe for a break. Get the bazooka up to 68 or higher. Definitely some. And then right back down. So, okay. Well, you gotta love it. Oh, man. Maybe it's MOC, guys. We got 13 minutes, but I think that we kind of, you would have to think that, I mean, because the problem is we're not dumping either. We're just kind of holding inside of this range. So something's coming. Is it going to be one of those days where, right, you get a 100-point pop out of the range on a bazooka? Possibly. Got you rolling for the MOC candle, guys, because we got less than 12 minutes, so we need to know how you guys are feeling out there with this nasty consolidation. Kind of setting up for the last 10 minutes of the market being open regular hours. All right, trying again. Another attempt to kind of get above those highs. There's 60. All right, so yeah, this is looking like that was the fake out, guys, the swipe down here to go higher, right? So let me draw this box out. All right, there's a 200 EMA tap. We kind of talked about that earlier, that level would be an area of interest. And then now that 80 level, guys. So do we have enough? Oh, there's 5 points. Can we get to 80 or are they going to yoke it all the way back? Nasty price action, man. Come on. Tried a quick long there. Wanted the momentum. And we're probably going to die out here. So wanted at least the 80 tap. See if we get it here, chat. Nope. Don't like that wick. 5-minute chart. Don't like that wick. Kind of forming. Yeah, this is not looking ideal. I'm going to close it, guys. I'm not even going to give it room. All right? I'm not even going to give it room, to be honest. Had a quick 5 points. And I'm not in the... You know, if it pops up higher, then I'll probably rejoin because I think there's more room to the upside. And there's the wick off. There's the wick right back up. All right, well, let's see if we get momentum going. I'll look to join again to get long. Yeah, didn't want to give that a lot of room, guys, because I want no parts of it kind of retracing all the way back down to 25, the bottom of the range. So I was not going to give it that room, right? We got 9 minutes. And we got less than 9 minutes, I'll say, for MOC. So maybe that's going to be the catalyst today that gets us flowing. But we're right back inside the range at the moment. And I was not going to give that any more than 6-7 points. Because I know that there's a lot more downside if they want to take it lower. So I'd rather wait and re-enter. Which he's been doing for over an hour. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, definitely. Kind of like these are the days, chat, so far. Like power hour today, like that, or the 2 to 4 times I'll say that. This is the day that you don't want, you hate it, right? Because it's literally, this is from 225 where my cursor is right now, and then you just go across. We're just straight barcoding. So we just inched higher to 72 and then pull back. So. I mean, is it going to be continuation? I think that, you know, it's possible. You can kind of see here we had the high retracement to the EMA and then a push up. So you would expect more like out of this to the upside, but remains to be seen. So had what, three or four trades, one losing trade there this afternoon. Not concerned at all, guys. Gave it like 7 points. The winners obviously outweigh the losers here this afternoon because they had a 15-point trade, had like 12 points on the other trade, 13 points. And I mean, that's all. I don't, you know, there's not much else to do here so far. Maybe MOC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we get more action here, guys, for MOC. All right, let me see. Post this real quick. All right, well, right back up. Unfortunately for that person, guys, unless they pull a whoop-de-doo, kind of going into MOC here in less than 5 minutes. You know, they might be in jeopardy of kind of losing this thing. So had a rejection off of 50. Back up. Looking like a slow grind here, right? Slow mover to kind of get some momentum going now. We got that bottom wick put in. Is that enough to pop higher above that 200 EMA on a 5-minute chart? So you got a few minutes here, guys, for your vote for MOC, pop or drop. Don't be shy. Get your vote in. Getting some wiki wick price action. Right back down. Gotta love it. All right, about 10 seconds left. I'll close out the poll. D spread me the wisdom like you always do. Yeah, I mean, there's not much wisdom right now, right? We're stuck in a 40-point range, guys. So I mean, There's not much to kind of talk through here. Until we break it. All right, gonna end the poll here. You got about 44 seconds left for MOC chat. So I just ended the poll. 62% feel like we're gonna pop, 38% feel like we're gonna drop, right? So let's see how this plays out. Yeah, I think if you're able to get above 70, you're targeting 80 or higher. So, but I mean, we're literally stuck here, guys. So not much to kind of write home about for this. So wish I had better kind of foresight for you, but I don't. I mean, that's clearly what's happening. So we'll see how this plays out. Here's MOC candle. So far, nothing burger. Somebody said terrible. Yeah. Tim said terrible. Yeah, this is not I mean, the good thing is though, chat, right? I've taken multiple trades. I've talked through trade setups and all that. So still a pretty good day, but this is definitely, I think, kind of bland. This is the, I didn't expect us to kind of be stuck like this going into the close, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Not much you can do about it, chat. MOC stays stuck. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times MOC has not been the power, like, kind of. Now, I mean, there's still obviously time left. Don't get me wrong, guys, right? I mean, we could easily get a bazooka out of here, but it has been mild. There's some days where MOC is very mild. So, and you look at the range of the candle, I mean, it's roughly 18 points. I mean, so far, getting a little bigger now, right? So, but 23 points. So I think you got to be smart here, and it is frustrating sometimes, because, is this going to be a day where all of a sudden at 405, 410, we get a 200-point candle? That's very possible, guys. We've seen that multiple times trading in the afternoon. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. Either way, I'm here for you. So tomorrow we will do it again. Make no mistake about it. I'll be back at 9 a.m. trying to make a little money. So got to get to 1,000 likes, guys. Can we get to 1,000 likes? We're almost there. We got 787 likes. We got 2,200 people rocking out. Definitely appreciate the support. We just need roughly a little bit over 200 likes and we'll be at 1,000, guys. That'll put us over 3,000 likes between the morning show and the afternoon show. So you got DMONEY working basically, got an hour and a half break in between, but we're doing extended streams for you guys. So don't you worry, we got you covered. But you got to know when, and if they pop this, guys, all you can do is basically laugh, right? If they give you that random candle up to the box up here, up to like 130,000, 100. You got to know when price just isn't kind of ideal to fiddle with. And this is one of those times. Apex just released 5 account purchase bundle. Yeah, I covered that earlier, Darius. That's correct, right? So Apex, you can now purchase 5 accounts at a time. You have options for no activation, for activation fee included, basically up front, or no activation, right? So that is correct. So hey, I mean, if you want to get 20 accounts, you're able to do that, guys. You just have to make 4 purchases now. That is definitely an advancement for Apex. So 90% off using the code PW with Apex right now. You know the vibes. Mark Quarles, I bought the Scratchers. Jerome said it was a good idea. Yeah, so Mark, you are, you know, if you took Jerome's advice, I feel like you need a timeout just for taking Jerome's advice, right? Because the guy clearly is not responsible. He has more kids than he can count. And obviously he can't afford them, you know, so that, you know, it's all, hey, I'm all about, you know, you know, having kids, but if he can't, you know, you got to be financially responsible, in my opinion, chat. So we're going to give you a 1-minute timeout, let you kind of think about why you decided to take Jerome's advice, Mark, and hopefully, you know, you have some better decisions in the future, sir. So you got a 1-minute timeout to think about life and the mistake that you made listening to Jerome. So if you spent your last $300 on scratch offs, that is not responsible, sir. So hopefully that wasn't your last 300, because Jerome is somewhere laughing at you because you took his advice. I'm just saying. That's overnight lows. No. I mean, you had overnight lows here. I mean, you're right at it. Yeah, if that's what you're saying, yeah, we're right at overnight lows. Yeah. Market just kind of stalled out here, guys. That's all. I mean, it's 356. I mean, guys, I've called out a ton of trades today, right? If you've been rocking out morning show in the afternoon, you know I'm not stretching that at all. So I'm not lying. So you've had plenty of opportunity to make some money here. So, I mean, if they want to give you a 30 to 40 point range going into the close, I think you be smart and realize that tomorrow's another day, chat. That's all, right? I'm perfectly okay with that. Just fly to a new high, LOL. I mean, they might free the city rooster. Oh man, is that your new yeah, I mean, they might. Anything's possible, guys. I mean, but the question is, if you're green, why do you want to trade this? And I know people that didn't trade this morning, guys, or they didn't take trades this afternoon on the winners or whatever, right? They're fighting at the bit, but you can't make something out of nothing, guys, right? And that we got a whole bunch of nothing right now. We got a nothing burger. I mean, that's clearly what we got. So that's how they want to close the market today. It's pretty evident. We've been consolidating since about 225 here, and you know, you gotta accept it, right? I know if maybe you're in Tradeify Cup and you're trying to pull a Hail Mary going into the close to beat your competitor before 4 o'clock. Well, it looks like today's not going to be the day for you, right? You should have did it. You should have did it earlier. I took one trade in that range and lost 100. Haven't taken another since. Yeah, and I'm just the rich girl. Yeah, and I'm just being real with you, chat. I can sit here and tell you, you know, to trade it, but it's not obviously ideal, right? So I'm just keeping it real, guys. The people out there that got chopped, or the people out there that are in profit, they're gonna appreciate that message. It's gonna be the degens that think that they can, you know, they're gonna hit a Hail Mary here, and it's not gonna happen. So tomorrow I am interested to kind of see if this tournament closes out, guys, the same how it's looking right now. Joey Morgan is up right? We're gonna be going head to head tomorrow, and the question is gonna be, I gotta be strategic on those accounts, chat, because I know that he watches obviously the show. So what does D-Money do, right? Do I not disclose the trades on that account and trade some other accounts or whatever? Like, right? I got to be strategic with this guy because I can't be showing him my trades, guys. This guy, you know what I mean? Like, we know that he knows when D-Money's rocking out. Make no mistake about it. So we can't give him an advantage. Block him, put him in timeout. I don't have it. I mean, to be honest, that's a good idea. Put him in timeout for the stream. He'll just join from somebody else's thing, but that might not be a bad idea, chat. We got to get his user ID. Give him a false signal. Oh, man. All right, 20 seconds left. Got a nothing burger kind of happening here. Price is even in a smaller range at the moment, right? You can kind of draw it a little smaller, kind of going into the close, and then they'll probably pop it at 4 o'clock. These guys, it is what it is. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button, right? Got to get to 1,000 likes, chat. We're almost there. So we're sitting at 926 likes. So we need 74 likes, guys, and we will be at 1,000 likes. And that'll get us basically 3,000 plus likes on the day. You got to love it. So we're almost there, guys. Do me a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. We got 1,900 plus people still rocking out here. Gonna hang out for a few minutes. I mean, sometimes, you almost just want to watch it, right? Just to see if they give you the bazooka after market close, because clearly they decided to stall us. Now, that could also mean, chat, that tonight at 6 p.m., make no mistake about it, you could get a pretty interesting open. So, Globex open at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard. Could be some fireworks. Not a good idea to stream during competition. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm still going to stream, chat. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, I can't, it is what it is. But I do know that obviously he's been on the show, I think twice now, right, Ginger? He's been on the show twice, and he clearly knows who D-Money is. So so clearly he knows how to act. And I'm not saying, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, guys, right? Like, I'm not saying that he would do that, but obviously he has access to do it, right? I mean, all he has to do is just log in, and he'll know exactly what I'm trading. He'll know like the balance. It's like, and I don't have that advantage. I think he does stream, but obviously you guys know that I'm not going to be tuning into his stream if he's streaming, because we got our own stream going on here at the BDH. So got to be smart. Sugar Trader, back to work, D-Money, love you. Hey, have a good one. Yeah, tomorrow's another day, chat. We'll be back. We know that we're going to consolidate, and maybe we're kind of building up for the next leg up, as an example. Who knows? If you were shorting this market, thinking that we were going to collapse like here, you got ripped, right? Because they are not flushing this thing to the downside. So if you thought that the party was started to the downside, you're like, oh yeah, this is it, I'm gonna get short here. And that's why I literally said, guys, that we need to get back below the box for shorts, because I knew that if they keep it inside, as long as they keep it inside of the consolidation range, you don't want to be a part of it, right? As far as trying to short this thing, because we know that the top of the range could be in play, and that's what happened. So just a bunch of hoopla right now. He uses IB range. Yeah, he uses, yeah, I know. Yeah, he said that. I remember he uses initial balance. He's an initial balance trader. So the 930, once, I think, the first hour of the market being open or something, that's initial balance. I've tried everything pretty much out there, guys. So I'm aware of a lot of strats right? But make no mistake about it, you know, he clearly, you know, if he sees a good setup and you know you're talking through it, he could be taking it. So my job is to try to advance. Now, if I lose, guys, to be honest, you can't put too much weight on it's a competition, it's for fun and all that stuff. So one bad trading day can't make or break you, right? So you can't let it, like, you know, but it's still fun, right? And it's still competitive, and I want to compete, so I want to try to perform my best. So that's why, you know, I don't want to give a unfair advantage. So got to be a little strategic tomorrow with and that's only with the Tradeify account, obviously. We're almost there, guys. We need 16 likes to be at 1,000 likes. So I know that there's people that have not hit the like button. We got 1,700 people tuned in, and I know there's somebody that has not hit the like button. Come on, man. Looking like they're gonna finally break the range, or are they, right? I mean, we don't know. And right back down, so they just clapped somebody. Somebody just got clapped, guys. Right? Somebody literally just got clapped for a 25-point drop instantly, right? So if you got long, you just got clapped. Crazy. D-Money, I like to listen to you in the background while I trade. Your voice tone gives me confidence. Hey, I appreciate the and look at the bounce right back up, guys. So this might be that earnings. I think this is like the earnings coming out here, chat. So be aware that there could be some volatility kind of stepping in here, because you had earnings at, let's see who's, yeah, you definitely had earnings here coming out. So you had a 25-point drop and a 25-point pop right back up. So people are getting kind of chewed up here, and now it looks like they're trying to push this thing higher. You gotta love it. Earnings, yeah, it's earnings. Yeah, you had earnings today. I was kind of talking through that. You had Salesforce, chat, at 4 o'clock. And a couple other companies. Look at the pop. So clearly that's what the market was waiting for, guys. The earnings release to kind of come out. Back inside the box. Don't diddle in the middle. Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, plus it's an earnings kind of setup here, chat, right? So clearly you're getting some volatility. Back and forth price action. Clap off the clapper. Somebody put it. Oh man. Salesforce hasn't released yet. Yeah, so let's see what time. What time do they have them set up here? It said 4 o'clock. Maybe they pushed it back. And bunch of back and forth. Yeah, I was trading today from Corndogville. Hey, I mean, hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it looks like we're done for the day. Yeah, I mean, we're right back inside the range after that earnings. Got 14 seconds left for the current 5-minute candle. Like I said, you got to be smart. Tomorrow's another day, chat. It is what it is. Right? Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll see what we can get. Should the top of the box be moved up? Yeah, so technically you can extend it up if you want to reflect this price action up here if you want it. Right, this is just kind of like the initial range that we were stuck in since 225. But yeah, you can, I mean, if you want, you can slide it up just to kind of reflect that, you know, the high was put in up there because the range kind of moved up. Now, that previous high was 30,054 and we got up now to what, 72. So pretty bland, guys. That's it. We hit 1,000 likes, chat. So I appreciate the support. We hit 1,000 likes for the afternoon show, so definitely appreciate it. Tomorrow we'll try to do it again. We had over 2,000 likes this morning, so that puts us over 3,000 likes combined for both streams. So, which is cray with Lil Ray Ray. Get some barbecue today. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, there's a spot that I want to hit, chat, but it's only open like 4 days a week. That's how you know the food's good. If they're only open 4 days, chat, a week, 4 days out of the week, and you know, they got to be good because you know that they can't afford to stay afloat, right? Only being open 4 days if the food was trash. So they're not open. I think they're open like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or something like that. So there's a spot that I want to try. I just uploaded a new trading short about today's price action. Why are you dropping your socials in here? Like, what is going on? Oh, man. So why are you dropping your socials? That's crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, like, come on, guys. You can't be dropping your socials trying to get people to go to your page on somebody else's stream. Like, that's great. That's crazy work, man. I checked the activity as well. There was no activity, guys. So that clearly he's trying to, you know, just get people to to migrate over to his channel. Not gonna work. So you got 5 guys down there. Yeah, I think he had 5 followers. Yep. Yep. 100%. Passed another Apex eval today. Hey, congrats. I'm happy for you. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be smart. Got to be, you know, content with what you got, chat. Tomorrow's another day. I'm not disappointed at all. Really good session, right? Nothing to be disappointed about. So Tradeify Cup account, it's gonna end the day up I think like what, 1278, 1279, something like that. We'll take that, guys. So hopefully that person did not come back. They had like $4,000, so 4,600, and to be honest, they're not going to be able to come back in this consolidation, guys, right? This price action did not dictate them coming back. So I'm just being honest. It's not like we had a blowout you know, to one direction. So they did not get a directional move and the market's closed. So if they kind of keep to that, they're done out of here, chat. Make no mistake about it. So that's the Tradeify account. It is what it is. It says ceasefire confirmed. Well, expect to pop. Tim, shout out to Tim Murray. D-Money, you delivered again. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. That guy wants some clout. Give him rain and thunder. Yeah, I mean, you don't come. I mean, come on, man. You can't come to somebody else's page and try to. Somebody else is streaming and you're like trying to drop your info in there for people to go. Like, come on, man. Some of the stuff that people do, guys, I would never think about. All right, so here's a pop. Somebody said that the ceasefire is over. There's the bazooka, guys. Oh, man. I definitely took a quick long there on the bazooka candle. We knew it was coming, chat. The funny thing about this, guys, is that we got to the box that was mapped out. That's the funny thing. Yeah, I think that you're looking here for possibly 100 to get popped here, chat. Wow. So if that ceasefire, somebody said ceasefire is confirmed. But she gone. She gone. I think 30,118 gets hit here, chat. We're in bullish momentum to the upside. This is crazy. Just caught a quick long there. So You gotta love it. We knew something was coming, chat. Made a quick 21 hundo here on this account. Why not? What a crazy... we had the box drawn out and they wait until market close to kind of give us this, guys. Isn't that funny? How many times has this happened? We like there has to be some kind of, we got to start keeping count, chat, of like when we're like talking through some of this stuff and then all of a sudden, right, market closes out. We literally said that, hey, are they going to give us 100+ point pop or something at market close, right? After the market's close. You had so far about a 53-point pop. This was the box that we had mapped out the whole time, right? 30,100 was the level that we had mapped out. And they just blew right past it. So we got to start tracking this somehow, chat, because it's like, Hobby the Great. I've watched so many traders and none of them come close to DMONEY. Y'all enjoy it while it lasts. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, man. But I don't think I'm the best trader, guys. I got things I got to work on just like everybody else. So, but I appreciate the kind words. So yeah, I mean, I think 30,118 is in jeopardy here of getting hit only because that's a daily candle level, chat. That's yesterday's daily candles high. So if the momentum's going to continue, we're going to push up there, kind of tap that level. I will say this, 6 o'clock open. If that's the case, we could be in for some fireworks at 6 p.m. chat. This happened last week. Yeah, it's happened over the last couple weeks, actually, where a lot of times you get a pop after the market. So obviously you had Snowflake, guys. Snowflake just released earnings. It's saying that Snowflake soars 30% on earning beat and plan to spend $6 billion on Amazon Cloud, right? So that's some of the news that also just came out. Salesforce beat earnings as well. And revenue, but it says their full year guidance comes in light, so that's a little strange. All right, well, big deal with Amazon. Yeah, I agree, Tim. Yeah, that's major, chat, to be honest. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it here. I'll be back tomorrow. So we got the fireworks. Remember I was saying you kind of want to wait. if you guys recall, I said yeah, sometimes you kind of want to just wait, right? You want to wait to see them manipulate and push this thing after market close, and sure enough, that's what happened. So you gotta, like, all you can do is laugh, chat. All you can do is laugh. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, guys, 9 o'clock, trying to make a little monies. You guys know the vibes. On the way out, do me a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. 9 a.m. I got you covered. I'll be back trying to do it again. So keep an eye out on if the Tradeify thing kind of plays out. Got Joy Morgan up next, so we'll see what that brings. So stay safe, guys. Got to figure out what the dinner option is. Don't have my daughters, so it'll be quick and easy. So Lucid accounts 50% off. After that, it goes to 30% off 2 accounts. So you know the vibes. Catch you guys tomorrow. We gone.